After Dark, but apparently it's a shit show instead.
God damn it, Mason. Okay. Fuck my life. Yeah, we didn't have audio before.
All right.
We did not have.
There you are. Yep.
Oh my fucking god. You know what it was, Caitlin?
What?
Streamlabs either did an update or a reboot or something like that, and all my settings went back to default. That's why the tags were fucked up, and that's why the mic was just not working.
So how long has it not been working for?
The entire time.
Oh, god damn it.
God damn it.
Just take my word for it. We've said some really funny things.
We said
some really funny
we
shit.
We should take the whole first part of this and then dub over it with other stuff. Really absurd.
Caitlin, I love the way your mind works. That's fucking oh god, that would be hilarious. And then
that would be really good.
And what's funny is you can't even see Mason on screen, so like you could just have him say literally anything in any tone or like anything.
Oh, she says, I can see you guys cracking up, and was like, yeah.
Well,
she was also laughing, but yeah.
We sincerely appreciate you telling us that the audio was out.
Yes.
Because we might have just done the whole thing with
Rose Police at all.
The whole 2 hours of just us, just silently Prose Police.
Why are we so stupid?
Quick, get a lip reader in.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, so I'm glad I did miss it. I was able to tell you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are also glad.
We sincerely appreciate you. So, at Bookish Rose, and I guess because I got to re-intro everyone, today we're resuming and concluding the trial of Stephanie Myers. This is Prose Police. We are your literary detectives, Zach, Kate, and down in the darkness is my boy Mason. And we're just going to go through Midnight Sun by Stephanie Myers and just critique the fuck out of it. Sometimes maliciously, sometimes honestly, all the time humorously. Let's fucking go.
Oh my god. And we say conclude until such time as we pick apart the audio of Chemist.
Yeah. Team Adventurous is going to buy The Chemist, all of us an audiobook, and we're all going to listen to it, and then we're going to do a sit down, just a round table about that book. So tune in for that. That'll be Wednesday, some Wednesday in the coming months, probably within like a month or two.
Yeah.
Someday, somewhere, somewhere, who knows?
It will happen.
It will. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Mason, no prelude, no prologue, no preface this time. Stephanie, is this even Stephanie Meyer's work? Like,
Probably not.
She could have, she could have gotten a little
Purchased
help.
some fan fiction.
Okay.
Yeah, but then again, the formatting isn't any better than the last time.
No, it's certainly looking like that's the case. Let me actually get into this, Kate. Okay. Chapter 1, First Sight. This was the time of day when I most wish I were able to sleep.
Always with the most mundane opening, Steph. Always. And the thing is here is that usually she has like the kind of interesting hook in the preface-lude.
Right.
But because we don't have the preface-lude here, she's just gone into
the preface-lude log.
The preface-lude.
The preface-lude log. That one.
Yep. which means that she's gone directly into chapter 1, which
Yeah.
always have the mundane openings. This was
Yep.
the time of day I always wished I could sleep.
Which is all the time.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my god, Mason, that voice was mint. All right.
My God.
Okay. High school. Okay, so then we get a paragraph break. New paragraph, new line. High school, which okay, that's a sentence fragment, Steph. High school is not a sentence. That is a sentence
It's also
fragment.
not a time of day.
It's also not a time
No,
of day.
it's
Thank
not.
you, Mason.
Rose, she says, that's so Edward, though. Let's be honest. It's a sentence worthy of him. Haha. Yes.
I mean, yeah. And the funny thing about this is it's not even bad English because everyone knows what you mean when you say that. Like okay, he doesn't want to get up for high school. Okay, we get that. So
Right.
if you wrote it properly, it would make sense. But she wrote it in a way where it doesn't make sense.
No.
Because the rules of language are a thing, Stephanie.
She's like, what? Those exist?
Or was, oh my god, and here we couldn't make it through 3 lines. We couldn't make it through 3 lines, Mason, without the melodrama. Here we go. Or was purgatory the right word?
Okay. Bella can vaguely get away with it because she's a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Edward is an old man and has no excuse.
Yes.
Right.
I'm sorry. I wasn't aware that it also stunted your mental aging.
Yes. Also, like, what is it with this whole trope of vampires going to high school?
I know, right? But I mean,
Like-
although Stephanie was, comparatively speaking, one of the first people on that boat, so I'm not too mad about it.
Yeah.
Because she was part of the initial wave, so you can't really say it was unoriginal when she did it. In fact, her book was largely what set that trend in motion. So, you can't pin that one on her.
She
Just to
said,
give her a little bit
Vampire Academy is my favorite YA series, so I can't speak on that. Well, I mean, the thing about, Rochelle, she did something a little different, though, because a lot of them were still comparatively young for Vampire Academy, so I will give her that. But Stephanie has no excuse, or Vampire Diaries people have no excuse either. It's like, no. If you're over, a few hundred years old, your familiar is gonna have it worked out to where you're not going to high school.
Just to give a little bit of credit here,
exactly.
though, to Bella, to Edward. Sorry,
Mhm.
Gotta get my mind set into it being Edward instead. If you were forced to go to high school for like over 100 years, probably would feel like purgatory. Like,
Yeah,
how many times has he sat through the same AP English class?
right.
Detective Mason,
Uh,
you make a very compelling point. I think we have to drop that charge.
like, we're analyzing Romeo and Juliet again.
It's like, we get it. He's slightly pedo-y and she's being groomed. We get it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Just... Wow.
Continue.
Okay. I'll do
Okay.
that.
Here we go.
The tedium was not something... Okay. If there were any to atone for my sins, this ought to count toward the tally in some measure. Why would going to high school be atonement for your sins? Oh, because purgatory. He's continuing on with the metaphor. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. I'll drop that one too.
What was that? If there was any to atone for my sins, was that? Did you say?
Or was purgatory the right word? If there were any way to atone for my sins, this ought to count toward the tally in some measure.
My brain just edited out the word "way," and I was just like, "What?
What happened? What?
Mason misheard me, or his brain glitched a little bit and didn't hear the sentence properly, so he thought there was a syntax problem or a grammar problem.
Like, we're so used to finding them here, though.
Right.
It's just like,
he's like a trained dog. He's sniffing. He knows what he's sniffing for. So if something smells even remotely like that, he's on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps this could even be considered my form of sleep, if sleep was defined as the inert state between active periods.
oh my god.
I stared.
And our first M dash.
Which did not have which it didn't close off anything. It was
No.
That's not proper.
Usually been a comma.
Yeah.
Like, perhaps, comma, this could even be considered my form of sleep, comma, if continuation.
Yep. Although I actually
so far sounds just like Bella.
You don't need the comma in front of perhaps. That's optional, but the rest I agree with.
Well, the reason why I say the comma in front of perhaps, because you could very easily make the sentence perhaps if sleep was how is that? If sleep was defined as the whatever state.
Perhaps this could even be considered my form of sleep, M dash, if sleep was defined as the inert state between active periods.
So the sentence could be perhaps if sleep was defined as the inert state between active periods. This could even be considered my form of sleep. You could swap the sentence around that way if you put the comma in front of perhaps and before if.
And so that's your logic for why you would put a comma there?
That is because you could easily move that part. That's why you would put a comma after perhaps.
Yeah, and see, that's what okay, Caitlin, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying you don't have to put the comma there. That's a style choice, because the comma isn't required to follow the rules of language. You don't need the comma in front of perhaps to make the sentence proper. You see what I'm saying?
I suppose.
What do you mean, you suppose?
I mean, because it would work better.
That's an opinion. You're not basing that on any rules of language. There's nothing in grammar or syntax or language structure fundamentals that says that. That's your taste.
No, because how you test whether it works like how it is proper or not. Okay? How you test whether it is proper or not is if you can swap that around and the sentence still makes sense. If you were to move the part that is in the comma sandwich out of the comma sandwich.
Caitlin.
Did it work? Yes, it did.
Caitlin.
It was proper.
Caitlin.
Uh-huh.
Are you arguing that you cannot simply replace that? So, perhaps. are you arguing that the sentence is improper without the comma in front of perhaps? Is that your argument?
It's on the line.
Okay, fine. It's on the line, okay? So if it's on the line, that means that it is a reasonable usage of language that is being conveyed with style and character voice in mind. Therefore, it is a style choice. Therefore, you critiquing it is not a legitimate charge. It's a matter of taste.
Well, the only use of one comma here would be the style choice.
What?
Because it would be taking narrative license. Just like she thought taking narrative license for a long pause would be to use the M dash. M dashes are not for long pauses, Stephanie.
Okay. Again, Caitlin, I see what you're saying.
He says play nice, children. Oh no, we're
What do you mean play nice? We're having fun.
What our lively discussions look like behind the scenes too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean play nice. Like this is our relationship.
Yeah, this is every day.
This is a friendly intellectual debate.
Yeah.
Play nice. I am playing nice.
Well, that's why there's also a laugh.
A friendly debate that took so long I went to make myself another drink while you were having it.
He's like, Mommy and Daddy are fighting, so I'm gonna go and get some more.
Mason.
It was more like a... Yes?
Did you hear the whole thing, though?
Oh yeah, I was listening.
Okay, good. I was like, he could... Don't tell me he missed out on that.
He was like, I just got up.
Oh no, I was listening. It just drove me to the point where I needed more booze.
Caitlin, this is why I brought this man onto the show.
Alright, it's going to be one of those sort of shows, is it? I need more booze. I have nothing to add to this debate, so I'll lubricate myself.
We like some lubed up.
Nice and lubed up process.
Oh, God, it's on me. Get it off.
Oh.
Stop pretending you don't like it.
For reference, I was kind of with Zach on this one. But I'm also willing to admit that Kate knows a lot more than me, so we could probably be wrong.
Well, at least you see my point. I'll settle. I'm happy with that.
I'm just sitting on the fence, as I always do.
Yep. You like the way it feels on your bum.
Yeah. But I always choose the fence post rather than the panel. There, Rose Police.
That thing we're doing.
That thing that we're 4 lines into.
Yep.
Oh my God. 44 minutes and 4 lines later. All right, so
10
check it
minutes
out.
per line.
4 lines.
What if we, and hear me out on this, killed the Batman? I don't know. That was my rendition of Joker if he was a cocaine addict, I guess.
Yes.
It sort of seems like he is anyway, so...
Wouldn't surprise me.
What do you think all that white makeup is?
Oh my god. Oh, that's bloody
He
brilliant.
thinks the smile with the blood from his nose.
Oh my god. Dude, that would low-key make the entire character make so much more sense.
Yes.
It's like he's not clinically insane. He's just gagged out of his mind 24/7.
Yes. Oh my god.
He
Well,
has
what about
blood
it?
in his cocaine stream.
Oh, he's like Stephen King back in the 80s.
Damn.
So
Damn.
yeah, Rose Police.
Yeah, pros, please. All right.
Well, even he would tell you that.
I stared at the cracks running through the plaster in the far corner of the cafeteria, imagining patterns into them that were not there. It was one way to tune out the voices that babbled like the gush of a river inside my head. Several hundred of these voices I ignored out of boredom. When it came to the human mind, I'd heard it all before, and then some. Today, all thoughts were consumed with the trivial drama of a new addition to the small student body. Okay, I actually like what we're getting now. Okay. This is some of the best writing I've heard from Stephanie, and that's not even, I'm not joking.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think that it sounds any different than like the non-teenage girl side of Bella, though.
Right. Yeah.
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 But here, I mean, that's fair. That's fair that it's mostly by accident. But the fact of the matter is, this voice does fit a gentleman vampire of 200.
Yeah.
If he were being played by Stephanie Meyer doing an impression of Emily Bronte.
You really, really love that.
No, I'm not wrong.
God damn it, Caitlin. You just can't let the woman have anything.
Well, she's
know,
like,
yeah.
I'm Heathcliff. Yeah, I totally believe you. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Now, if you completely ignore that it's if you completely ignore that I know that it's Twilight, I would probably be like, okay, interesting,
Well,
keep
yeah.
going.
I mean, because I will say there is some very
Thank you,
interesting
Mason.
character building here. There's very interesting character building here.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's good, because it's like, actually, the reason this is good and why it's a demonstration of like some level of actual, just a schmeck, but it's there, of talent on the point, on the part of Stephanie Meyer is, she's actually convinced me that she spent a decent amount of time thinking about what it would be like to be able to hear everyone's thoughts around you for over 200 years.
Right. Yeah.
She's actually got into the character's head and thought, how would this character describe this? And I believe it. Like, her rendition of it is good. So I have to give credit where credit's due. Congratulations, Stephanie. You did one thing right in fucking 5 books.
Yeah.
And it took you 10 years.
Yeah. But also, what I think is really funny is the fact that this section implies that literally the entire school is talking about Bella.
Or at least thinking about them.
Yeah, or at least thinking about her.
Oh my god, Caitlin, that is a... God damn it, Stephanie, you just snatched... You just had to snatch the feet from Jaws of Victory, Stephanie.
Like, is that believable? Did she make
that
because big of an impression?
Well, yeah, because Forks, Washington, is a pissant town where it always rains and it's really miserable and nothing ever happens, so Bella turning up is like the most exciting thing ever.
Even though there's like hundreds of students at this school.
in Forks, Washington.
Yeah.
You guys just
Because
couldn't let Stephanie have anything.
She did it to herself.
Yeah, but you also pointed it out. He was happy in his little Stephanie did something right world.
I thought there was hope.
I was
Look at-
just pointing it out, but
You killed his hope, Kate.
I thought there was hope.
well, there's a little bit. I mean, there's a little bit. Oh, and Rose has come to the rescue. She says, as someone who grew up in a town as small as Forks, yes, that's actually pretty realistic.
Sorry, where?
Oh, she just said a town as small as Forks.
Forks, where?
Oh, Forks, Washington.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you don't put that afterwards, I have no idea where it is.
Oh, classic Mason, right back to the piss.
Yep.
Apparently, I'm in sass mode today. So,
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
Rose Police.
Yeah. Nothing.
Okay. All what to do the new addition to the small student body. It took so little work to It took so little work. It took so little to Oh, God, why was my brain mixing that up? Okay, sorry. It took so little to work them up. I'd seen the few faces repeated in thought after thought from every angle. Just an ordinary human girl. The excitement over her arrival was tiresomely predictable. It was the same reaction as one would get from flashing a shiny object at a group of toddlers.
I like that. It's a secretly a miserable character. That's such a grumpy little like. It was the same as shining a shiny toy at a toddler. That's great. Edward's all jaded and grim and.
Oh my
miserable.
God! Just wait till you get this next bit. Half the sheep-like
Could've done
males.
without the M dash though.
What, Kate?
Still with the M dashes.
Still with the M dashes. Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Commas are a
She,
thing, Stephanie.
yeah, it's, yeah. Anyways. I tried harder. Oh, excuse me. Half the sheep-like males were already imagining themselves infatuated with her, just because she was something new to look at. I tried harder to tune them out.
Excellent.
No.
Oh my God. That is so, like, Nietzschean.
Mm-hmm.
That's just Nietzschean right there.
After 200 years of this shit, I'm a nihilist.
Well, yeah.
I couldn't say for sure that I would disagree.
Yeah. It's like, this whole immortality thing. It's like, yeah. You want to live forever?
Careful what you wish for,
Right.
bitch.
Only 4 voices did I block out of courtesy rather than distaste. My family. My 2 brothers and 2 sisters, who were so used to the lack of privacy in my presence that they rarely worried about it. I gave them what I could. I tried not to listen if I could help it. Try as I may. Still, I knew. Rosalie was thinking, as usual, about herself. Her mind was a stagnant... Her mind was a stagnant pool with few surprises. She'd caught sight of her profile in the reflection of someone's glasses, and she was mulling over her own perfection.
Oh my
I
god.
kind of like this.
Yeah,
No one.
It's just stop with the M dashes. You already showed that you know how to use ellipses.
Right. Right. Yeah. Caitlin, I can't stop for every little thing like that, or else we'd never, we're already like way behind schedule.
Well, isn't somebody counting?
Oh God, you're right, Mason. Have you been counting, bro?
No.
Fuck. Whatever. We'll call
I'll
it.
count from now on.
We'll call it an even 5 so far, just to be generous.
It's like, yeah.
Okay, so this is 6.
Charges.
She'd caught sight of her profile in the reflection of someone's glasses, and she was mulling over her own perfection. No one else's hair was closer to true gold. No one else's shape was quite so perfectly an hourglass. No one else's face was such a flawless, symmetrical oval. She didn't compare herself. She didn't compare herself to the humans here. That juxtaposition would have been laughable, absurd. She thought of others like us, none of them her equal.
Just some like high key shade thrown at his sister.
Well, I mean, he can read her thoughts, so unless we think Edward is an unreliable narrator, that means she's a fucking narcissist.
I know, right?
Like, clinical, high grade, refined to the essence narcissist.
Yeah. But, I mean, then again, you have to give it to her. She's been here for over 100 years. Had to put up with high school grade humans for God knows how long of that time because of unreliable familiars not being able to put them in situations where they're not in high school. So, wouldn't you be too? You'd be like, look, if this is the grade of same 12 motherfuckers that they're churning out for humanity.
They don't have familiars in Twilight, do they?
I am superior.
What was that, Mason?
They don't have familiars in Twilight, do they?
No, they don't. That's Caitlin's. Caitlin is just being a smartass in her own special way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am kind of into this.
Yeah, I gotta say,
I think it's kind of okay.
of everything we've read so far from her, this is the best. This is the best because, again, like the voice actually works, and I gotta say, I hate that I'm saying these words. I might vomit afterwards, but Edward, his Edward's internal voice is. God, oh, God damn it! Oh, it tasted like shit in my mouth, Caitlin. It tasted like shit in my mouth.
Even fire keeps beeping at me.
Oh my God. Did I go a little overboard, Caitlin? Was that a little too much?
No, of course not. No.
You never go overboard.
There is no such thing as overboard.
Oh God, Emmett's.
Oh, that's to the Titanic.
Right.
Wow, too soon, Mason. Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah, because that was a very recent tragedy.
Too soon. Too soon. Emmett's usually
Rose says triggered.
Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Caitlin. That take was a spicy meatball.
Yeah. One of Mama's spicy.
One of Mama's spicy meatballs.
Is that my first like cancellation worthy joke?
Up the Titanic.
Yeah. Hey man, you know the people who want to cancel people would cancel me for a Titanic joke.
Oh yeah,
they
100%.
you for being
Because as much as Jack is joking about it being
insensitive.
too soon, they would think it's too soon.
No, Mason. So when I said the thing about was that too much, I was actually talking about the gagging bit. And then
Right, okay.
yeah, but like
Oh.
anyways.
Let's get back on track. Back on track.
Okay. Oh my god. Anyways, Emmett's usually carefree expression was crumpled with frustration. Even now, he ran one enormous hand through his ebony curls, twisting the hair into his fist. Still fuming over the wrestling match he'd lost to Jasper during the night. It would take all his limited patience to make it to the end of the school day to orchestrate a rematch. Hearing Emmett's thoughts never felt intrusive because he never... Oh my god. Because he never thought of one thing that he would say aloud or put into action. Oh
Why were
my
they
god.
wrestling in the night?
They were wrestling in the night.
They were wrestling in the night.
Mhm.
Perhaps I
Yeah.
only felt guilty reading the others' minds because I knew there were things inside that they wouldn't want me to know. If Rosalie's mind was a stagnant pool, then Emmett's was a lake with no shadows. Glass clear!
You really didn't need to add that. Like, yeah, Steph, we got that image.
Oh my god. Glass clear!
Oh, that's what this is. She's like, I've learned how to tether and continue, and continue a metaphor. So I'm going
Who
to
says
beat you over the head with the fact
Who says
that
glass
I can
clear?
hold the note out for a really long time.
Nobody says glass clear. Like, so we're gonna go get some beers? Oh yeah, I'm hearing you, glass clear.
Right.
I actually like that usage you just did, though.
Well, yeah, because I just replaced. It should have been crystal clear, but
Yeah.
because that's what normal people say.
Right, that's facts. Hello, Lunar. How are you doing, my friend? We're just,
Luna,
Yeah.
you are awesome.
There it is. I was like, is he gonna finish? And then I was...
Gonna do it. Is it gonna do it? Yeah, we made a very special clip for you, Lunar.
Oh,
It's,
yeah. Oh my god, Caitlin. Anyways.
Yes.
And Jasper was ellipses suffering. I suppressed a sigh. Edward, Alice called my name in her head and had my attention at once. It was just the same thing as having my name called aloud. I was glad my given name had fallen out of style in the last few decades. It had been annoying in the past. Anytime anyone thought of any Edward, my head would turn automatically. My head didn't turn now. Alice and I were good at these private conversations. It was rare that anyone caught us. I kept my eyes on the lines in the plaster.
Yeah, because no one's called Edward these days.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta say, I like the voice though. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm still Like, yeah, this is genuinely some of her best writing. She still doesn't fucking know how to use em dashes.
Right.
And the writing
Or
and
attach her ellipses.
or did you say? I'm sorry, Caitlin. Did you say detach or attach?
Attach.
I missed the word again.
Attach.
Caitlin, emphasize the first part.
Attach.
Attach. Okay.
Yes.
Your Discord.
Attach.
Yeah, Caitlin, you got to remember sometimes Discord like clips the very beginning of whatever you start to say while it's turning on from your voice. So sometimes you have to really bite into the beginning of a word to make Discord activate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say this is a great improvement. But like I said, the em dashes, the unattached ellipses, and the fact that she likes to continuously echo her metaphors.
Where have you seen an unattached ellipses?
Well, all of her ellipses are not attached.
That's not how it looks to me. What are you seeing that I'm not?
Okay, because that's the way it looks here.
Oh, well, I'm actually looking at on the Amazon website. You're looking at it piggyback through Twitch. Like, come on, Caitlin.
Hold on.
She said, hold on. Oh, now she's going to the side. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to keep reading. My head.
As someone who can't see the actual written version, though, I totally agree with Zach. This is actually quite interesting.
Yeah, it's an improvement.
It was I kept my eye on How is he holding up? She asked me. I frowned. Just a small change in the set of my mouth. Nothing that would tip the others off. I could easily be frowning out of boredom. Jasper had been still for too long. He wasn't performing human tics the way we all must. Constantly in motion so as not to stand out. Like Emmett pulling at his hair. Rosalie crossing her legs first one way then the next. Alice tapping her toes against the linoleum. Or me, moving my head to stare at different patterns in the wall. Jasper looked paralyzed, his lean form ramrod straight, even his honey hair seeming not to react to the air wafting from the vents. Alice's mental tone was alarmed now, and I saw in her mind that she was watching Jasper in her peripheral vision. Is there any danger? She searched ahead into the immediate future, skimming through visions of monotony for the source behind my frown. Even as she did so, she remembered to tuck one tiny fist under her sharp chin and blink regularly. She brushed a tuft of her short, jagged black hair out of her eyes. You know, one thing...
Okay.
So, yeah, I have a problem with the world building.
I think we were going to make the same point. You go.
No, you go.
Okay. Well, I don't understand why being a vampire removes, like,
Yep.
human behavior.
Yep. Same tick.
Right.
Yep. Same
Yep.
fucking
Yeah.
point. Yep.
I mean, because especially if you're all of these are deads. So they're turned, meaning they're still going to possess the same muscle memory as from when they were human. So they wouldn't have to make deliberate ticking actions unless somehow they were, I don't know, now sociopaths.
Like, she has to remember to blink. Like, with how often we blink, there's just no way that you could possibly fake that.
Right.
Right.
You would look, yeah, if you try, they've actually demonstrated this. Faking, like trying to blink deliberately and in a controlled manner makes you look like you're doing it on purpose. Because humans, blinking is so hardwired into us
Yeah.
that when we see someone blinking abnormally, we notice. And we instantly feel like it's abnormal. So it is a hard established neural pathway, and Stephanie has also gone out of her way to explain on multiple occasions that when a vampire is turned, they are frozen in that current state as they were as a human, which would mean that the neural pathways for blinking would be so hardwired it doesn't matter if they don't need to lubricate their eyes, Stephanie. They're gonna do it out of sheer habit.
Yes.
Yeah, and like, it's just bullshit. Like, imagine if that was actually the case. Imagine all the things they'd have to try and fake, like blinking, breathing, and they got to focus on doing that at the same time, and just all the. No, I'm sorry, I just utter bullshit that is.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And and they wouldn't have to worry about the faking breathing so much because they still speak and they have to put air in their lungs to speak.
Yep.
So they would still breathe just because the habit of breathing would be maintained by the need to constantly fill your lungs to speak.
Yeah, but going from what she's saying, they would have to fake breathing.
I know that. I'm saying that she's wrong, and I'm building on the point we're making.
Yeah.
Because knowing how, the human body works, it's like, Stephanie, honey, the reason why the sound is able to actually come out where people can hear you is because there's air pushing it out.
Right.
So,
unless they're all talking like this. Okay.
But she also hasn't raised. She also hasn't raised the weight of them faking breathing.
Which made reading the Twilight series much more fun, and especially to the chagrin of my sister, because I was like, you realize her logic.
They all sound like this.
Hey, Bella. Will you marry me? I want to turn you into a vampire, and then we can play.
You sound like an old man.
They do have to fake all of those things in the books. I remember Bella having to remember to fake breathing when her dad visited and they made her practice. Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's and especially it's even more unbelievable for a freshly turned vampire because they were still human recently. Like it's even more unbelievable for a fresh vampire.
Yeah.
Unless maybe being turned into a vampire fundamentally changes who and what you are, and so it doesn't actually freeze you in the state you were in when you were turned, and so maybe there's an inconsistency in your world building there. I'm just saying.
Well, and I'm just calling a little bit of bullshit too on the fact that like if those sort of things don't work, like if they have to fake breathing.
Owen.
Hey, Owen, you are awesome.
Thank you for the
But
host,
if they have to fake breathing, then why do other bodily functions work? Why can he get a boner?
Yes.
Oh, I can't breathe, but my dick gets hard.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And what's amazing about that too is all of their muscles, all of their other automatic muscles still work. They still, like, all of their skeletal muscle and all of that, well, excuse me, so not automatic. That's the wrong word. All of their other muscles still work, except for the ones that are typically controlled by the parasympathetic nervous system. Why is that, Stephanie? Why is that? Could it maybe be because vampire venom fundamentally changes who and what you are?
Okay, I think we've laboured this point
Yeah.
enough now.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. And Rose says this is why Rochelle Mead's vampires are better. And I would agree.
Yep. Okay. Moving on. Do. Is there... She brushed a tuft of her short, jagged black hair out of her eyes. I turned my head slowly to the left, as if looking at the bricks of the wall, sighed, and then turned to the right, back to the cracks in the ceiling. The others would assume I was playing human. Only Alice knew I was shaking my head. She relaxed. Let me know if it gets too bad. I moved only my eyes up to the ceiling above and back down. Thanks for doing this. I was glad I couldn't answer her. What?
Why does she need him to tell her if there's any danger? You can see the future.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
and I think what she's saying thanks for is helping Alice spy on Jasper. Which is...
I know, but she asked him if there was any danger.
Yeah. It's like, why would she need that? She's a forecaster.
Yeah, but she's not... When she... With the line, thanks for doing this, she's not talking about the danger thing. She's talking about Jasper being all...
No, I know that. I know that. My point is why does she need to ask him if there's any danger? And then he shakes his head to say no.
Okay.
But
So
why
your
does that
point
need
is...
to happen?
Okay.
That thing.
Your point is removed. Okay, I got you now. I understand now.
Yes.
I don't know.
Inconsistent world building.
Yeah.
Rose says Alice can only see the future based on people's decisions. So if Jasper decides to attack someone, she won't know it until that second, and by then it'd be too late. But Edward might be able to track his train of thought. So she's not really
Well, yeah, and if
very good at telling the future.
if Jasper's thought process is far along enough that Edward could hear that there's danger, then it's far enough along that he's close enough to a decision that she would be able to see the future and see that there was danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So I'm using a pseudoscience magic system.
I was glad I couldn't answer her aloud. What would I say?
Mentalist is great.
My pleasure? It was hardly that. I didn't enjoy tuning in to Jasper's struggles. Was it really necessary to experiment this way? Wouldn't the safer path be to just admit that he might never be able to handle his thirst as well as the rest of us could, and not push his limits? Why flirt with disaster? Agreed! 100%!
Agreed.
There's no reason for any of you to be in high school, actually. People would believe that you were 18. There's no reason
Or that you were
any of... What?
Or that you were homeschooled.
Or
Right.
Yeah!
I mean, your dad being like this super rich doctor or whatever, and having everyone, with private tutors. Come on.
Right. It would... Yeah, Stephanie, your world building... Man, it's amazing, Stephanie. It really is amazing, Stephanie. Even when you're in your element and you're voicing a character that better fits your strong suits, you still manage to suck everywhere else because you can't even remember what you wrote 5 fucking books ago.
Right. Oh my god.
Come on!
She wasn't even consistent in when she actually was writing the books. Owen says, Zach, but we are ice wizards.
For everyone's that's me and Owen went to see Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Dominion. It sucked. Don't watch it. Waste your money. And there was this scene where a plane crashed into ice. The ice debris was shown to be this thick. Okay, this thick. And then the characters were walking across it, and it was butterfly cracking. And then a dinosaur dives into it like it's paper thin, but when the dinosaur jumps back out of the water, it holds the dinosaur just fine. And then the leads and the dinosaur starts sprinting across it. So what I'm saying is Hollywood doesn't fucking respect your intelligence. They just expect you to say everything on screen is fine and nothing needs to be consistent. And you are a fucking idiot if you say this movie's bad, because fuck you. That's what Hollywood's saying to you. And do you know why? Because ice this fucking thick can hold up a semi. Okay?
Breaking news. The Earth orbits the sun.
Like, I shit you not, that plane probably could have landed on that ice. That's not an exaggeration. If she'd managed to pull up just to even a remotely decent angle, the plane would have skid across the surface of that lake and stayed on top, not gone through the ice. It's that fucking strong when it gets to be that thick. So do not fucking tell me that dinosaur drove through it, and do not fucking tell me that the characters were fucking breaking it with spiderweb cracks as they fucking scooted over it. And then definitely don't tell me that the ice was that thick and then the main character falls in and he's in there for at least 30 seconds and there's absolutely no physical repercussions from it. What I'm saying is fuck you, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So, yeah, pros police.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mason. I just had to get that off my chest.
It's okay. This is a safe space.
I felt so attacked by that fucking film. My intelligence was under constant assault.
Well, I mean, and it's relevant because, I mean, with the amount of inconsistencies that there are in here, you know, and just the expectation of, oh, well, you're just gonna take this for granted and not ask questions.
Right.
Of, you know,
They're not all gonna sound like this.
The suspension of disbelief is too damn high.
yeah,
I
exactly.
am not this stupid.
Right.
You're asking me to suspend an unreasonable amount of disbelief. You can
Yeah.
go fuck yourself.
Well, Rose says,
I want to
"Sometimes
carry
these
on
rants
because I
are
want to
needed."
see if we can get.
Precise.
I want to carry on because I want to see if we can at least get to the bit where he actually sees her. I
Okay.
need that tasty melodrama
Oh,
Okay.
because
yeah.
you know he's going to be like, "She's the most beautiful girl in the whole world."
Oh, my God. Okay, let's do it.
You have to say it like this, though. Because
She's the most beautiful girl in the whole world.
God, you want me to get there or not, Mason?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. It had been
Yep.
2 weeks since our last hunting trip. That was not an immensely difficult time span for the rest of us. A little uncomfortable occasionally if a human walked too close. If the wind blew the wrong way. But humans rarely walked too close. Their instincts told them what their conscious minds would never understand. We were a danger that must be avoided. Jasper was very dangerous right now. It did not happen often, but every now and then I would be struck by the obliviousness of the humans around us. We were all so accustomed to it. We always expected it. But occasionally, it seemed more glaring than usual. None of them noticed us here. Lounging at the battered cafeteria table, through an ambush of tigers sprawled in our places, would be less lethal than we were. All they saw were 5 odd-looking people, close enough to human to pass. It was hard to imagine surviving with senses so incredibly dull. Oh,
I'm sorry,
man.
Steph. I'm sorry, Steph. Are humans oblivious, or do their instincts tell them what their minds can't
Thank you.
decide?
Thank you,
Right.
Mason.
Yeah. Oh, Chad is here.
Chad!
Chad, you are awesome.
What's up,
Yeah.
buddy? How's
Yeah.
it going?
He says, yo, and Rose had said, I went on a lengthy rant about the rumored Jon Snow TV show yesterday, so I feel your pain.
The voice of an angel. Aw, thank you. Wait, which one are you saying that to? And also, me too. Me too about the gummies.
Yes. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Like, within just a few lines of each other there, they don't walk too close because their instincts tell them what their minds cannot. And then, like, what, 3 lines later or something like that? Oh, I can't believe how oblivious they are. Fucking
Right.
decide
Like,
which
make
ones.
your mind.
Yeah.
What are they?
Yep.
Are they stupid? Or are they perceptive? We
I
don't know.
just at some point I'm gonna have to send you a video of John Laurinaitis from WWE because he legit has that voice.
Nice.
Oh my god. At the moment,
Chad says, package says eat 1. I ate 10.
oh well, enjoy your death. At that moment,
A man after my own heart. Sorry.
a small girl paused at the edge of the closest table to ours, stopping to talk to a friend. She tossed her short sandy hair, combing her fingers through it. The heaters blew her scent in our direction. I was used to the way that scent made me feel. The dry ache in my throat, the hollow yearn in my stomach, the automatic tightening of my muscles, the excess flow of venom.
Like, wait.
The excess flow of venom in my mouth. This was all quite normal, usually easy to ignore. It was harder just now, with the reactions stronger, doubled as I monitored Jasper. Jasper was letting his imagination get away from him. He was picturing it, picturing himself getting up from his seat next to Alice and going to stand beside the little girl, thinking of leaning down and in, as if he were going to whisper in her ear, and letting his lips touch the arch of her throat, imagining how the hot flow of her pulse beneath the weak barrier of her skin would feel under his mouth. I kicked his chair. Whew, okay, that took a turn. And whew.
Edward, maybe don't call her a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
My sex offender alarm is ringing.
Perfect. This is perfect. Chad says the gummies flavor is Sleepy Joe, and with a pic of Joe Biden sleeping. LOL.
That's implying that Joe is ever not that way.
Right. Yeah. But I just thought it was funny in the context of what we were talking about, and you said little girl.
Nice.
Okay, this just veered into a political
Yes, it
political
has.
joke that I'm not. I'm distancing myself from this.
It's okay.
So views
We're
and opinions expressed in this program are not.
we're moving on.
We're driving past it. We just had to point and wave. Okay?
But yes, that was an extremely predatory excerpt.
Yes. Yes, it was.
The excess venom in my mouth, and just so you're literally drooling over this little girl, in your words, not mine.
Yep.
Right.
I kicked his chair.
Okay.
He met my... But, I mean, in fairness to Stephanie, they're vampires, so it makes sense. Okay?
Still comes across as a bit sex offendery, but okay.
It does, but this is the shtick that we've built vampires into within the culture, so her license is intact. Okay. I kicked his chair. He met my gaze, his black eyes resentful for a second, and then looked down. I could hear shame and rebellion war in his head. Sorry, Jasper muttered. I shrugged. You weren't going to do anything, Alice murmured to him, soothing his mortification. I could see that. I fought back the frown that would give her lie away. He had to stick together. Oh, we had to stick together, Alice and I. It wasn't easy being the freaks among those who were freaky already. Or, excuse me, being the freaks among those who were already freaks. We protected each other's secrets. It helps a little if you think of them as people.
Well, yeah, I imagine that would help.
Yeah.
You dead, Zach?
Chad said, lovely lion
Officer
to
down.
me, El Senor. Yes, he does have lovely hair.
Oh my god. Oh,
Officer
my
down. Officer
God.
down.
Officer down!
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
That's good, Owen.
Oh my fuck.
Oh, man.
Alice
I have a
suggested.
feeling that one.
What?
I have a feeling that one's going to get added into the adventurous affirmations. It helps if you think of them as people.
Did not expect that from Alice. Rosalie, maybe. Right. Which would we charge her with inconsistency of character?
I think so. Unless so there's here's the thing. Either there's inconsistency of character. There's either inconsistency of character, or what we're finding out is that vampires are inherently narcissistic.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's consistent with Edward's development throughout the entire original run, so...
True.
Well, dude, Chad, that's awesome. I have a fair bit of experience with those substances. Oh man, of all the drugs, it does, like, mushrooms being illegal makes the least sense. Like, oh man, they're gonna see pretty colors and laugh for a few hours. Oh man, I definitely
Rose
think so too.
says,
If I'm allowed an opinion, Alice genuinely loves Bella and Charlie, so it's hard to match her saying that with her relations later on.
right, that's true. That's true. So
What do you mean if you're allowed an opinion? Of course you're allowed an opinion. You
you're
don't have.
allowed an opinion.
Of course you're allowed an opinion.
Kidding.
You're.
Not
Yeah.
only are you allowed, you are required to have one.
Listen, we are the establishment. If you do not have an opinion, specifically an independent and free-thinking opinion, you will be charged with malcontent.
Opinions are mandatory.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I mean, because how exactly can we propose a sentence without, input from the jury?
When is Bella getting here? God damn it!
Right, yeah, when is she getting here? But yeah.
Hurry up
yeah,
and get to the Bella!
character inconsistency. She said, I don't think I'm a member of the police, so I didn't think my vote counted. Well, your vote does count.
You might not
We
be.
accept anonymous tip-offs.
You might not. First of all, yes, we accept anonymous tips, and second of all, listen, we're the police. You are the people. We're here to protect you. If you see a crime, tell us. We will prosecute. That's how.
It's your civil duty to do so.
Right. Oh my god.
Listen, we're not like real life police. We actually respond to crime reports. Okay.
Oh my god. Owen says, don't tell me how to live my life. I do what I want. Chad. Hell no.
I do
You're
what I
not allowed. Opinions, crazy as hell.
I got a new one for you. A new one what? Oh God, why would you do that to yourself, Chad? Vegan stir fry? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Opinions are everyone's and people eat them anyways.
Might improve it.
Caitlin, read it the pitch right there.
What?
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got them, and people eat them anyway.
But
Oh my
how does a vegan
God.
stir fry even work? What are you stirring and what are you frying?
Yeah, if you add it, well, I mean, if you add a vegan to stir fry, it might make it good. I don't know.
That was a cannibalism joke, everybody. Oh, Team Adventurous just went there. Long pork, anyone?
I imagine it would be.
Salty and delicious.
You have to pair it with a tasty Chianti.
Yes. Yes.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a man of culture.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Her name is Whitney.
Even funnier considering that I haven't watched the film.
Right. Exactly.
We protected each other's secrets. It helps a little if you think of them as people. Alice suggested her high musical voice racing too fast for human ears to understand. What her high musical voice racing too fast for human ears to understand.
Helps a little bit because of people.
If Eddie had been close enough to hear, her name is Whitney. She has a baby sister she adores. Her mother invited Esme to that garden party. Do you remember? I know who she is, Jasper said curtly. He turned away to stare out one of the small windows that were spaced just under the eaves around the long room. His tone ended the conversation. He would have to hunt tonight. It was ridiculous to take risks like this, trying to test his strength, to build his endurance. Jasper should just accept his limitations and work within them. I disagree with that fundamentally, Edward, but from you, that I believe that take 100%. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sort of, but like testing his strength at the risk of, other people. Like, fair enough if it's like, oh, you have this limitation. Let's try to get around that. But if it's like, okay, you've got this limitation, but let's put you in a school full of children, and
Right.
let's see if you can resist tearing their throats open. I'm
Mason,
sure it'll be fine.
you make a good point. You're right. I concede that 100%. You're 100% right.
But shut up. Was the tone of that. Mason, you're right, but shut the fuck up.
If it came off that way, okay.
Continue.
That's like Ryan George whenever he's on Screen Rants, whenever the guy asks too many questions, he's like, okay, so shut up and
Hey, shut up. Oh, okay. Jasper should just accept his limitations and work within them. Alice sighed silently and stood, taking her tray of food, her prop as it were, with her and leaving him alone. She knew when he'd had enough of her encouragement. Though Rosalie and Emmett were more flagrant about their relationship, it was Alice and Jasper who knew each other's every need as well as their own. If they could read minds too, but as if they could read minds too, but only each other's. Edward. Reflex reaction. I turned to the sound of my name being called, though it wasn't being called, just thought. My eyes looked for a half second with a pair of large chocolate brown eyes set in a pale heart-shaped face. I knew the face, though I'd never seen it myself before this moment. It had been foremost in every human head today. The new student, Isabella Swan. daughter of the town's chief of police, brought to live here.
Like a fantasy character. It's like a fantasy character in Surrey. Isabella Swan, daughter of the police. and this is Owen, son of Glowin.
I mean, it's consistent with the world he grew up in because he's from 200 years ago, so it's consistent with his character, but what you're saying is still funny.
I mean, with it being 200 years prior, though, people didn't introduce themselves like that anymore.
Well, so yeah, we have to...
I'm Mason, son of Richard. Who are you?
Does he simply refuse to change his way of thinking to be more accurate to the times? Or, I mean, I think that's what it is, personally.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a stubborn asshole who refuses to change, which, I mean, that is a narcissist and the Nietzschean
I think
thing,
you're just
Caitlin.
projecting.
The Nietzschean thing, Caitlin. The Nietzschean thing, the philosophy. Nihilism.
Yeah.
It's narcissistic and nihilistic, so it's 100% consistent with his character.
Keep going, because we're at the pivotal bit.
Yeah, we're at the moment.
Brought to live here by some new custody situation. Bella, she'd corrected everyone who'd used her full name. I looked away, bored. It took me a second to realize that she had not been the one to think my name. Of course, she's already crushing on the Cullens. I heard the first thought continue. Now I recognized the voice. Jessica Stanley, it had been. A while since she'd bothered me with her internal chatter. What a relief it had been when she'd gotten over her misplaced fixation. It used to be nearly impossible to escape her constant, ridiculous daydreams.
Oh, no.
I'd wished at the time that I could explain to her exactly what would happen if my lips and the teeth behind them had gotten anywhere near her. That would have silenced those annoying fantasies. The thought of her reaction almost made me smile. Fat lot of good it will do her, Jessica went on. She's really not even pretty. I don't know why Eric is staring so much. Or Mike. She flinched mentally on the latter name. Her new obsession.
That is not how people think.
What, the fat lot of good?
No, just the whole thing. People do not think in complete sentences like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Like if I was to have that thought, it wouldn't be that complete thought. It'd just be like a general like, ugh.
Right, because we think in emotions and instinct, much less conscious language. Exactly. Yeah. The sign that you actually think like this is either someone who's extremely cognitive or a sociopath. She flinched mentally on the latter name. Her new obsession, the generally popular Mike Newton, was completely oblivious to her. Apparently, he was not as oblivious to the new girl. Another child reaching for the shiny object.
Oh,
This put a mean edge to Jessica's thoughts, though she was outwardly cordial to the newcomer as she explained to her the commonly held knowledge about my family. The new student must have asked about us. Everyone's looking at me today. Everyone's looking at me today too, Jessica thought smugly. Isn't it lucky Bella has 2 classes with me? I'll bet Mike will want to ask me what she's... Oh my god, yep. Narcissist and sociopath, Jessica Stanley.
Christ.
gosh. It's like Stephanie, that's her one character setting.
Right,
I was going to say, can she write anyone who isn't a narcissist?
right. I tried to block the innate chatter out of my head before the petty and trivial could drive me mad. Jessica Stanley is giving the new Swan Girl all the dirty laundry on the Cullen clan, I murmured to Emmett as a distraction. He chuckled under his breath. I hope she's making it good, he thought. Rather unimaginative, actually. Just the barest hint of scandal. Not an ounce of horror. I'm a little disappointed. And the new girl, is she disappointed in the gossip as well? I listened to hear what this new girl, Bella, thought of Jessica's story. What did she see when she looked at the strange, chalky-skinned family that was universally avoided? It was my responsibility to know her reaction. I acted as lookout, for lack of a better word, for my family. To protect us. If anyone ever got suspicious, I could give us early warning and an easy retreat. It happened occasionally. Some human with an active imagination would see us in the characters of a book or a movie. Usually they got it wrong, but it was better to move on somewhere new than to risk scrutiny. Rarely, extremely rarely, someone would guess right. We didn't give them a chance to test their hypothesis. We simply disappeared, to become no more than a frightening memory. That hadn't happened for decades. Okay, so thing one, if it hasn't happened for decades, why are you still so paranoid about it? And thing two, Stephanie, your vampires are so fucking busted in terms of their power set that they wouldn't give a fuck about what humans could or couldn't do to them. They wouldn't care. It would be the furthest thing from their mind at any given moment. They would literally not care, Stephanie. Your vampires are so OP, Stephanie, that humans wouldn't even be on their concern list. They would do literally whatever the fuck they wanted at all times. Guess what? The Volturi wouldn't have the rules they have, Stephanie, because humans are literally 100% powerless against your vampires. Your world building is shit!
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like she was trying to lean in to that old world mythology of how, vampires keep themselves secret. But that's because vampires as a whole, mythologically speaking, from like real world standpoint, are not as OP.
Right. Exactly. There's ways humans can defeat, like Van Helsing. Look at,
Right.
And so when you have these vampires who a human just has no fucking hope of taking, it doesn't make sense for them to be all secretive.
Right.
It just doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, Stephanie, your logical inconsistencies are egregious.
Yeah. Rose says Buffy.
Buffy. Yeah, there you go. Perfect example. Humans could train to a point where they were capable of taking down vampires in that series. It was hard. You had to be really good, but you could do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Owen says, no stream raiders today?
I forgot.
Yeah.
How many people do we have right now?
You
know what? 4. We'll probably turn it on after the show. We'll probably turn it on after the show.
Yeah, because we keep fluctuating between 4 and 7, so.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's I'm just gonna read through this page
Chad
really quick.
Zach could read us children's storybooks. It'll be like drag queen story time. And then he has 2 skull faces. Not even anywhere near the same, man, and you may have just
Okay, we fighting then, I guess. All right. When and where? Okay. I heard nothing though. I listened close beside where Jessica's frivolous internal monologue continued to gush. It was as if there was no one sitting beside her. How peculiar. Had the girl moved? That didn't seem likely. As Jessica was still babbling at her, I looked up, feeling off balance, checking on my extra hearing. It wasn't something I ever had to do. Again, my gaze locked onto those wide brown eyes. She was sitting right there where she had been before and looking at us. A natural thing to be doing. I supposed, as Jessica was still regaling her with the gossip about the Cullens. Thinking about us, too, would be natural, but I couldn't hear a whisper. Warm, inviting red stained her cheeks as she looked down away from the embarrassing gaffe of getting caught staring at a stranger. It was good that Jasper was still gazing out the window. I didn't like to imagine what that easy pooling of blood would do to his control. The emotions had been as clear on her face as if they were spelled out in words. Surprise as she unknowingly absorbed the signs of the subtle differences between her kind and mine. Curiosity as she listened to Jessica's tale, and something more. Fascination? It wouldn't be the first time. We were beautiful to them, our intended prey. Then, finally, the embarrassment. And yet, though her thoughts had been so clear in her odd eyes, odd because of the depth to them. Oh my god.
See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew she would be the most beautiful girl in the world.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I could hear her only silence from the place she was sitting. Just silence. I felt a moment of unease. This was nothing I'd ever encountered. Was there something wrong with me? I felt exactly the same as I always did. Worried, I listened harder. All the voices I'd been blocking were suddenly shouting in my head. My god.
All I can picture in my mind right now is the episode of South Park where they're doing the sidekick thing and they're having the battle and they're like, he's just doing that towards Bella.
Oh my god.
Okay. Can we get a...
I would love to know what she's actually thinking. And like, I know that we do know because the book exists, but I wish that we had them side by side because I would love to know what she's actually thinking while he's like presupposing what she is thinking.
That would be amusing. That would be very amusing. Do we have a sin tally, Mason?
11.
Oh, Stephanie did much better this time. Much better.
He did much better this time.
19. Like last time.
Lesson. She's learning her lesson. If we just give her a few more beatings, I know she's already dead. But listen, I think we really have an opportunity to reform this criminal here.
So she just needs a few more decades.
She just needs some more practice. Here, let's take a look.
Take a look
Alright.
at what, Caitlin?
I'm taking a look at... Oh, it's... Yeah.
We already looked at the host, Bookish Rose. We already did that.
Yeah.
I can't...
Oh, if you... Rose, if you haven't seen that, that was a... Yeah. There was a whole section where we replaced the word soul with the word penis. And it was possibly one of the most funny things I have ever experienced on a live stream.
Did we get that up on the YouTube, Caitlin?
I think so.
Hang on. I'm going to go check. If we did...
No, because it was from the extremely long...
The really,
from the...
really long one.
Damn, yeah, the VOD is gone now. Damn it. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Still, it was hilarious. If so, I'm going to have to watch that. Yeah, I think... thank you for stopping in, Owen. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Bye, Owen. Good luck.
Yeah,
But that was
it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious, man. We should have clipped that out and put it on YouTube because fucking A, it was good.
Yeah.
All right, 11 sins.
I love how you've wrapped this off because I know why you've wrapped it up in a timely manner, and it just amuses me.
Well, yeah, there's other stuff I definitely want to get to, man.
Here's other stuff that I definitely want to get to.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, this has been the trial of Stephanie Myers. The final one until we, all sit around. Well, she's rotting in jail, so really the next trial is gonna be us all sitting around smoking cigars and having a drink and taking the piss on the chemist.
It'll be an appeal. She is entitled to an appeal process.
She is
Oh,
entitled
yeah.
to an appeal. She is entitled to an appeal. So yeah, she's that's going to be coming up here in the coming months as soon as her schedule opens up and her lawyer files all the proper paperwork. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we are the Prose Police. Stephanie's sentence this today is she's already been dead for so long. It's kind of moot at this point.
It's kind of sick that we're like prosecuting her posthumously, but
Bad prose,
inconsistent character building, inconsistent world building, abuse of M dashes.
Bad prose.
Yes. Detached ellipsis.
That is
So-
a spurious charge because Zach claims that was not true.
That one, yeah, we can, we'll,
No, I went back and looked at the thing, and yeah,
and
they
what,
are.
what are,
They are detached.
Okay.
Detached.
okay. Yeah, Caitlin, are you saying attached or detached?
She's
They
saying
are-
they are detached.
They are detached. They are not attached.
Okay, I was wrong. I'm telling you what my eyes saw. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone, thank you for being here. This has been Adventurous After Dark. We stream this show 11 a.m. Saturday on Twitch. It would mean the world if you came over and supported us. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the adventure. We're on
Welcome,
Twitch right now.
adventure.
And as soon as we're done here, I should probably put myself back on screen here so that while I do this little spiel here. So yeah, as soon as we're done here, we're going to continue being on Twitch and we're going to do reaction content. So come over to the Twitch where we're most active and we're being awesome, and you should be there adventuring with us because you'd like it. It would be good for your health. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Done. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
So, the scene, the whole